Hey, I can't bike faster than he can run and get me.
No.
So, big buffalo right in the middle of the road.
Yep.
Hey, I can't bike faster than he can run and get me.
No.
Yikes.
And he's coming across the bridge right now. So probably when he gets across the bridge, he or she is going to go one way or the other. But we can see they've been on the highway. There's a lot of poop on the highway, so they've been here.
See, there's some right up there on the hill. It's probably he's heading home, heading to his crew. All right, he's off the road, or off the middle of the road. Let's see if he's far enough away from us that we don't bother him or him us. REC.gov, you can actually pay $2 and get a ticket to access this road and see more wildlife. It's closed really because the northeast entrance is closed. Anyway, we didn't get a pass in time, so we called the rangers and they said we were welcome to ride our bikes out here. So that's what we've been doing. Saw more bison.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 herd of bison and some antelope.
And bison are pretty amazing. It's pretty cool being close to them. This is our 3rd time seeing herds of bison, so not to minimize that, but we were looking for we want to see a few more animals. We want to check off some bears and some wolves. And
Talked to a ranger and they said come up to Slough Creek and then we could ride our bike through here. It might be more an opportunity to see potential bear and wolves because they know they're up here, but middle of the day it's kind of hard, I guess. Too hot.
Bison, bison, bison.
Tons of bison though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Pretty awesome.
Wowie. Look at this.
And we saw 5 antelope, and we saw what looked to be an elk rack, huge, but we couldn't get to it, so it may have came off at some point.
Yeah, not on a living animal.
No.
It was definitely off.
Definitely off, but we couldn't get to it.
A ranger also told us there's only about 975 bear, mostly black bear here at Yellowstone, so it's like finding a needle in a haystack, really.
Yeah.
What's your favorite animal to see in the wild?
be right under 14. I'd say right now.
Yeah, I think mine said 13.97 or something.
13.91.
To see some bison.
Ultimately, yes.
We didn't get online in time to get a ticket. You can buy a $2 pass to drive your vehicle down. So anyway, if you don't want to walk or ride a bike down this trail, you need to get on to REC.gov and get your little $2 ticket. So
yeah.
Only so many a day get to go through. I think a morning and an evening. So make sure you get on there and get that ticket if you want to drive that path.
But the bike ride wasn't too bad, so it was fun. It was fun. We got a little exercise. We didn't do a hike today, but we did a good bike ride. So hey, if that's what you're looking for, it's definitely an option.
There's also some other trails. I guess you could drive down there and get on a trail. And there's some noisy work trucks. This is one of the entrances that's closed because of all that flooding. So maybe they're cleaning some of that up still. Peyton's gonna finish loading these bikes up. We're gonna head out, find some little picnic area. There's tons of them all over the park. Have our lunch and then probably head back to Winston and relax this afternoon. I hope you guys enjoyed our first trip as adults to Yellowstone National Park.
We stayed at Henry's Lake State Park in Idaho, actually 14 miles west of the west entrance. And so one thing you have to do around here is you will drive a lot. Yellowstone is huge, and we had to drive 14 miles to get to the entrance, and then from there it's unlimited. The first day we drove like 150 miles. So one thing I would recommend is make sure you have plenty of gas before you go in. There are gas stations in there, but they're far and few between.
Yeah, and to pack snacks if you're going to eat out at any of the lodges. Everybody had a lodge where you could grab, like a grocery store or whatever, or pack a whole lunch, and just there's tons of turnoffs for like picnics, which are awesome backdrop scenery while you're sitting there having your lunch. So definitely fuel because you're driving a lot, and food because you're going to need to eat.
Yes, because you will do a lot of walking when you do walk.
Yeah, it's a big park, so you're either driving somewhere and then you're walking. It's like 2 million plus.
2.2 million acres.
Yeah, so
it's a lot.
It's all spread out too. It's this whole big grand loop. Gas and food.
Gas and food.
Right. We were excited again to see the bison. We've seen them before. We were looking for moose and bear, as is everyone. Yeah. But we talked to a ranger today, and she said there was only about 975 bears in this 2 million plus area. So, needle in a haystack.
And 75% of those bears are black bears.
Yeah.
They're not grizzly.
Be sure you guys leave us a comment below on any of your tips and tricks with Yellowstone. We're going to be back, I'm sure, so we can actually read them, but leave them for everybody to read. That's the deal. We're all this big community, and we're all going to the same places, so leave the tips below in the comments so everyone knows, and be sure to, give us a like if you liked our scenery of Yellowstone.
Yeah, and hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, we're about to start a trek even more north. We're going to Glacier.
Yay.
We're going to hit a couple harvest hosts, and we are sure to see a bear up there. So, until next time, seatbelts on.
Hey, seatbelts on. Are you the real Sasquatch?